closed my eyes and saw a hill with a tree at its peak, so I set forth with the hope to understand its reach. Branches were twisted and contorted, depicting a genetic strip of DNA spiraling toward me. I moved steadfast across this hazed valley and placed my faith within the static depiction of my battles. The narrative takes place within the music, but continues to live within the influence. My eyes opened and released the veil. Kneeling, I pled for the power, fire, and will. I was so sour and still that I sat for hours, captured by the devouring chill of our lifeless trees, limbs stretching like wires from each of these winding stars and shining seas in such length that it truly seemed that such attention and light wouldn't appeal to people not living life lush. But what's not enough for those on top doesn't seem to be for us. It's neither this or that in trust, not for the eye of us as the ones wanting to see the slouch cease and release itself back to the dust. Like the tainted oxygen that we seem to love, I feel the rust of its metal collecting in my lungs. Perhaps it's all mental, but I'm slowly recollecting exactly what I've become. Codes scan my soul through my eyes, let the retinas open up and close like eclipsed skies. Hold my curse of love and lips in mind, and let the words have trouble trying to find codes. Scan my soul through my eyes, let the retinas open up and close like eclipsed skies. Hold the curse of my love and lips in mind, and let the worst have trouble trying to climb. The double-edged sword I carry cut steadily into my cloth, and I don't have a defense but to just walk and walk on and across this teetering line of sane thoughts that waver and fade throughout the polarity involved. But this is it, the bit is something I waited for in anticipation for ages, debating more and more about the participation as an artist, constantly stressed and sponsoring a mess as a bleeding heart, dressed in armor, fostering seeds within this breastplate, golden and blessed with honor to this date since my mother and father conceived. But I disrupted my natural role with my reprieve, all in a quest to progress and push my markers east, to dismiss the breath I held waiting for the color to be released. Here it is, the kaleidoscopic visions and sounds of the trees. Codes scan my soul through my eyes, let the retinas open up and close like eclipsed skies. Hold my curse of love and lips in mind, and let the worst have trouble trying to find codes. Scan my soul through my eyes, let the retinas open up and close like eclipsed skies. Hold the curse of my love and lips in mind, and let the worst have trouble trying to climb. I imagined its roots emitting binary numbers, uplifting the sod around it, displacing my sunder. But I came prepared for the worst conditions, understanding my stance was to be persistent. So with a blazed knife in hand, I lifted it up and struck and then crashed into its slouched trunk, toppling the blaze of fire again. It is one internal reaction that saved me from the barrel's tip of my gun. Trying to find a way to let it grow without constantly bothering the seeds below. As time passes, it becomes more and more difficult because I want to feed them and love them as my own. But these words are borrowed from my predecessors, given to me through the constant time spent learning lessons, obsessing to attempt to bring my thoughts to speech and let the patterns bleed like all the spoken galleries I never questioned before I set flame to that tree. The horizon's ominous now with the apocalypse I seek. The only thing left is an homage, an honest breath for me to breathe as a pawn skipping spaces and cutting off my strings. I applaud the grimacing faces humored by my wings.